Hi.
Please introduce yourselves.
I'm Ryan, I'm the drummer.
Yeah. I'm Anton, I'm the guitarist. I'm Chris, I play bass. Dan Oviedo, vocals and guitar.
Tell us a little about your band.
How would you describe it?
I wish I could tell
That's the
you.
best way to describe it.
It's alternative rock. It's rock music because it's two guitars, bass, and drums. I guess what Ryan's saying is the styles that we bring are kind of different, different influences to it. So it can get spacey at times. It can get upbeat, it can get slow, melancholy. It's kind of like everywhere around the spectrum. And yeah, I play a 12-string acoustic guitar, and Anton plays an acoustic resonator hooked up to effects. So it kind of gives a little different blend to it, but we still can get heavy with the acoustic guitars.
That's different.
And then our bass player, Chris, he also has this clean sound and array of pedal effects that also kind of colors the music. So together, that's what we have. It's hard to really pinpoint the sound, or at least with the instrument tell you what we do colors the music. So together, that's what we have. It's hard to really pinpoint the sound, or at least with the instrument tell you what we do use.
That's interesting. Now, how did y'all get started?
We started off as a two-piece, and Anton and I, both acoustic, playing coffee shops and smaller venues, and really approached it as a singer-songwriter group. And we just worked a bunch of songs and traveled, and then once we felt like we developed our sound. Ryan came in on the drums, and then we played a year with him. It's a three-piece, two guitars and the drums. And at that point, like, our experimental side came out a little more because it's more free-form, because it wasn't your traditional sounding group. So from there, it kind of developed, and we felt that we wanted that low end, but we didn't want to simplify everything or make everything so formulaic. So we found Chris, and the bands he played with are really progressive and heavy and experimental bands, on the verge of like noise bands and stuff like that. So we really thought that was a great element that would add to us. We felt like me and Anton had like the foundation of the songwriting. We just needed those extra elements, to really like bring it through live and bring the energy in.
Okay. Now, how did you find the rest of the band?
Ryan kind of just came around.
He's behind us. There's a drum kit behind us.
I saw them at a house party and just instantly loved the music, loved the vocals, loved what they were doing with the lyrics and the progressive sound, being acoustic, and they felt like what they needed is a drum set. So one night they came over again, and my drum set was at the house, so I just kind of got behind them and started playing.
Just an asshole. I'm gonna see you never be. You're just an asshole. Ever warm, you ever stoned, you're gonna get stoned. I'm gonna see you never be. I'm just an asshole. Thanks so much. Appreciate it.
How did you get your band name?
I think it came with a dream, but I think as it progresses, the name in itself just is this attitude that you can accomplish a lot if you put your mind to it. Kind of attitude, kind of like if I don't know, like there's always more to you inside than what people can see. And I always feel like as long as you got that drive, you feel like it. So it's a pretty band.
Where do you get your inspiration for your music?
I think a big inspiration as a whole has been the local scene, and basically, like Chris was saying, we're an acoustic band. We weren't just playing with other acoustic bands. We felt in Houston you can play with a whole different genre of bands. It could be electronic dance music, punk music, metal. It's just a community that's built up, and the scene itself, and all the artists supporting each other, coming out, being influenced by each other. The local scene of what's going on. There's a lot of great bands that come through town, but I think some of the best shows we have in Houston are all local bands. And there's some really great bands out here putting on some good music, so that's a real big inspiration for our sound, because it feels like we can play with any style of band and there's no judgment on that. There's no kind of like I guess the word scene is usually used like that, like, oh, you're in the punk scene, there's a usage scene, and it's all different types of music, all different types of shows, so you're always guaranteed to get something new every night you go out to see a band. You might be getting some indie rock, and see some experimental or something, and it'll change your perspective on music like it has with us. It's really opened our minds, and it set no limits for us. We feel like we can play anything to our local audience, and we'll be accepted of it.
What type of band, like, genre would you guys prefer to play if you had a choice?
I'm not a big fan of going to a show and you go there and it's just one type of band and you basically hear like the bands play and they're basically playing the same songs. I like kind of an eclectic mix.
What are your hopes for the band, for your band in the future?
I think it's just to reach some sort of professional level.
Just reach a professional level.
Like with our, it's not really the money. It's really with the our approach to the music and our gear, getting our gear up to where it's road ready. We're trying to get to a level where we can tour and have enough of a name to where people have heard of us. We're not just like going on tour and everybody's blind to our sound or anything like that. So it's really getting that professional level of having people who want to listen to our music be able to find it on the internet, and be able to stay in touch with us and know what venues we're playing, and I'll step it up on our level too, as well as our promotions.
So you don't want to stay Houston level.
We want to establish that we're part of this culture. But at the same time, as a musician, we do want to still push what we can do.
Now, before you said you had like EPs or CDs out, do you have any? What else do you have out there? Or just like singles?
Well, we have 3 albums. Anton and I put out 2 albums together, just as a 2-piece. And the 3rd album has Ryan on drums. That was one we released about a year ago, 2 years ago. And that one's called Once I Used to Dream. And we still play a lot of those songs. I think we started working with those songs first with Chris when he first joined the band, but now we're working on all new material.
You said you write your own songs. Where does the inspiration to write these songs come from?
Well, a lot of my lyrics come from relationships with people and just my perception of the world, the way I see things sometimes. And sometimes I see it a little awkward, and when I write it down, I think that someone could relate to it, and sometimes people come back with a totally different meaning from it. So it's kind of just a lot of my lyrics are just my surroundings and what I go through every day, metaphysical and physical.
Do you write the lyrics only, or do all of
Oh,
you?
recently we've been writing together. At first, Anton and I would start off with a conversation, and that's how all our songs started.
Now, when you write your songs, do you let them, make up their own instrumental parts?
Yeah, and I think that's one of the biggest things that makes this band work is that we're not no Nazis or music theory Nazis, and I have to find it sometimes. Forget that. Let's just go off the feeling, and really, it's everybody kind of just feels out their own parts.
No more, I don't care no less. All this temporary stuff, leaving me no stress. No, I don't pray no more, I don't pray no less. See my Lisa's in the back, bitch, you want to cry. Said that I don't love her, 'cause I won't die and all.
What is one of your favorite bands that influence your music when you play?
Jimi Hendrix for me, just because the drummer and instrumental is just an animal. So I don't like the stagnant, like ZZ Top drummer beard, Rick Beard, just the same whole time. He's a solid drummer, and like if I was to say like to play in a band, it would be ZZ Top, just because it's just straightforward.
I've been thoroughly influenced by bands in Houston. Just a lot. His performance pieces, his musicians, and these guys are awesome. People like Blackie on Captain Spaces, Pluto, PLXTX, Josiah Gabriel, and bands like Last Dad that are playing now Giant Battle Monster, stuff like that. Just really influential.
Now, are you guys self-taught, or did you get help, or how do you start playing your instruments?
I was a little bit of both. Started off with piano, took some lessons on guitar, then I said I'm going to take it from here.
He's got a bunch of books. Learned music theory.
I was pretty much self-taught. I just kind of started playing bass. My parents got me a bass when I was 15.
Oh, okay.
And they're like, maybe it'd be good for you. And I started playing it, and I started to have a lot of fun.
I took a year's course of music theory, and that helped me with the songwriting aspect. As far as guitar playing, my dad played guitar, but he just showed it to me, like, check this out, son. And then after that, I just had to learn on my own because I couldn't catch up. So it was self-taught for the most part.
Yeah, that's me too. My friend's neighbor had a drum set and he wanted to play bass, so he was like, "Oh, you want to play drums?" So I just kind of sat behind him and started instantly playing a beat. Drums are a little difficult to start doing that. I just did it for like 10 years and just never had a lesson. And that kind of holds me back in a way because I can think of drum beats, but it's hard to like put them down, on a drum set because I don't know some of the mechanics behind it to make that noise. But yeah, I'm also taught.
Again, guys, this is Devil Killing Moth, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
See you.
Yeah.